Ravens
Coach,
winless.
Make it happen.
Lamar fine. Defense not so much, Brew. Last 2 seasons. Let's take a look at this defense.
Oh no. Is coaching matter any of that?
Not great. This is the offense here has gone way down. Turnover differential, obviously.
Also, opponent points per game. That's defense. That's
yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little bit of both. All right, Nick, something or nothing?
Something somewhat expected. I expected them to lose to the Chiefs, and I said to Hubs, our resident Raider fan, and on the air on Friday after the Chiefs game, when they were still doing it with Lamar, I thought he was in. I still think he was in. Likely, we're going to get way better if that's all they've got. Roquan mad at Peyton Hendershot. I got something for you, 88. The Chiefs just cut him a few hours ago, by the way, so you're not going to get him with us. I said, I hope the Chiefs don't beat you twice. And I didn't mean in the playoffs. I mean let that loss fester because they were so hyped for it. Now, oddly, Coach, I don't think that's what happened. Because they came out of this game, started the game the way they're supposed to. They had 10-point lead 2 separate times. But to allow, I know Wilds is going to try to sell us that Gardner Minshew is good. The counterpoint to that is all of his games have been on television, and we can see them. You allow a 3rd and 7, a 3rd and 8, a 2nd and 20, a 3rd and goal from the 17. I know that people didn't like the pass interference. Fine. Shouldn't have been in that spot. And so, yeah, I'm really worried about the Ravens' defense being average and that being a huge problem for them.
I'm pretty sure it's been 9 years since they started 0-2, which was like 2015.
Yeah.
And then they went 5-11 that year. So, that's problematic. And what concerns me the most is at the end of the game, they were in a perfect position to play Ravens football. So you can control the ball with Lamar. You can control the ball do everything that's so good that you do. And the fact that they couldn't close out the game with that style of play right in front of them, that to me is what's concerning.
No, it's something. It's something because the next 3 games are Dallas, at Dallas, obviously Cowboys coming off a bad loss, Buffalo, and Cincinnati. Like those are 3 tough. They could be 1-4, and then it's going to be tough. Now they could win 3. We'll see. And Coach, what you're talking about, I don't think they know their identity. Offensive defense has to improve too, but offensively, they're gonna have to let Derrick Henry be Derrick Henry, I think, and let him keep playing and do play action off of that because they don't know how to maximize Lamar and Henry together yet, which is kind of inexcusable because you had all off season to plan something.
I could figure that out. I could figure it out.
You would think, especially in that situation where they've got the lead, it's late
you should have been just giving it to Henry.
That's such a Lamar Jackson scenario where typically he dominates.
He's lost a lot of leads, though, double-digit leads.
We gotta go something or not. We got 5 something.
Okay, all right.
What's your favorite segment? Jacksonville loses to Cleveland 18-13. Trevor can't find the end zone. Jags are winless. Let's take a look at Trevor's last 7 games. I'm sure oh my God.
Wow.
Trevor losing his last 7 starts. Something or nothing.
Well, losing his last 7 starts is meaningless to me.
Not a quarterback wins guy.
No, let me just answer the question, please. Don't assume you know why. You guys, we don't need to relitigate last season.
Yeah.
We see it differently. I saw a player who was playing excellent, was playing for the 1 seed, suffered a massive injury, and then suffered another one and played poorly the rest of that year as the team did. I throw that away. So I don't care about the 7 straight. Trevor losing and the Jags losing these 2 games, a huge something. So I don't care about a 7-game losing streak. I care about the 2-game losing streak to start this year. These were 2 games that against teams that I do not think are very good. We'll see how it plays out. But it was when I was picking the Jags to make the playoffs, I had them starting 2-0, not 0-2, because now the schedule softens up later in the year, but the next handful of games are a gauntlet. They have Josh Allen in the big, but regardless, and they don't know how to win. They don't know how to play in the red zone.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, man, as bad as this weekend was for me, it's maybe tougher for Gatorade. Because that National High School Player of the Year award's meaningless. And I don't know if you've checked Powerade stock lately, but I got to imagine it's on the way up.
Yeah.
So not great. I'm not going to defend it. You got to score more. You got to get out of the teens. It's year 4. You're the prince that was promised. You got to be better. You got to be better.
Look, it's something. All right. Though I do look at the 7 games, the 7-game losing streak.
Fair.
He's got 10 touchdowns, 7 picks in those 7 games, Coach. He has completed 60% or more of his passes in these 7 games twice. He was 14 for 30.
I know.
He's not Caleb Williams, who's a few months removed from the college campus.
Once again, Gatorade's not happy about that.
All right. I mean, and then the week before it was 57%. Like, his accuracy is just not there.
They're
so
just bad in the red zone, man.
Is the Prince nickname in jeopardy? I mean, seriously, like, are we going to keep calling him the Prince?
That's bad for all of us.
Take his Land's End title.
Coach, you have a little thing?
Was he on the Mahomes Mountain
Oh,
College?
yeah.
No. Mahomes Mountain College.
I was starting to wonder if there's mountain curse that Nick had started with guys.
I think it's
If
bad.
we're already to the jokes part of it, then just play the animation.
No, honestly.
Just play the animation.
It's now time for the Trevor Lawrence Trash
I mean,
Hour.
they should have played that at the front.
I like Trevor.
We got to tell the truth.
What about iron sharpens iron?
Right.
I'm so glad we didn't get to it. God dog it.
Bears
This is
lose.
a bad segment for you.
Caleb hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. Told the punter he wasn't going to punt much. Punter's punting all the time. Let's take a look at his numbers. 133 passing yards. That's not good. I don't know what. 9 sacks. If you blitz him, he gets in trouble. And then he tries to do some USC stuff, and
That'll work eventually.
when?
But I mean, we don't see quarterbacks escape, roll out, and make big plays. We saw C.J. Stroud do it yesterday. We saw like the idea. So that's what I reject.
Something or nothing.
It's something, but I reject this idea of like, oh, all those things he's awesome at, those will never work in the NFL. I watch the NFL. They absolutely work at times for great players. Is he having a far rougher start to his career than I expected? Yes. Did I say on this show last week that I thought he would have 250 total yards and a couple touchdowns? And he had half that, well, a little more than 60% of that yards-wise, and no touchdowns. Yeah, so I was wrong about that. I believe the Bears have a better defense than I expected.
Great defense.
So far, it's been excellent. I thought it was a miracle that they had the ball down 6 with a chance to steal it. And a worse offensive line than I expected. And Caleb has played worse than I expected. Now, I think he was better in week 2 than week 1.
Yeah.
And I think he will be better in week 3. But, of course, it's something. 0 touchdowns.
When you set the bar that low in week 1, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's improvement.
But to
What do you want?
I think it's the thing that I talked about is I didn't want the expectations were way too high, and I just didn't want him to lose these games early on.
Luckily, they only lost 1 game.
Well, what I'm saying is it's not college, and guys are faster, they're bigger, they anticipate better, they close quicker, and those sacks aren't all the offensive line. That's him running around, extending plays, and now you're at 3rd and 20 instead of at 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 8. And those types of decisions he's got to get better at, especially early on. And he's taking big hits too.
Yeah, but 6 of those 7 sacks yesterday were not with him extending plays. It was instant. 6 of the 7 sacks yesterday.
I don't know if
week
6
1,
of the 7 were instant sacks.
Week 1, it was him running around. Yesterday, it seemed like DeMeco Ryans and the Texans defense brew had the Bears offensive line in hell. That's what it felt like to me.
But it's something. He's hurting the team because, like you said, that defense is excellent, and he's just playing badly. And I still think he'll be good down. This is what I thought. I mean, I didn't think it'd be this bad, but I thought there'd be growing pains, and that's what he's having. But C.J. Stroud, these are rookies that have played far better as rookies. C.J. Stroud, obviously. Brock Purdy came in halfway through the year, played a lot better. Justin Herbert. Baker Mayfield played better. And right now, Jaden Daniels is playing better. So, Nick, you've said rookies step in and they're playing a little bit better now than they used to. And these are just some guys
I don't think Jaden's playing that much better.
But he's playing better.
He's
clearly playing better. It's not even a
completion percentage, quarterback rating, turnovers, sacks across the board.
Way better.
And he's got 2 touchdowns rushing with a less explosive offense.
Okay, quickly, we're going to do Brock Purdy so you can get on the board, okay?
Oh, I got on the board when the Bruce Super Bowl pick started 0-2. I've been running up the score all day.
Don't change the subject.
Go into Minnesota, leave with a loss. Here's Brock's numbers this season. 1 win, 1 loss. Something or nothing.
It's something. They're all data points. And if Brock Purdy had gone out yesterday and cooked without Christian McCaffrey, Brew would be saying, oh, look at this guy without Christian McCaffrey. When he goes out there and has the second half that he had, which was miserable, has a bad decision on a pick, a ball that just falls out of his hand that got called a fumble, another one that was a backwards pass that he was very lucky didn't. What, Brew?
I don't think that has anything to do with McCaffrey.
Well,
Jordan Mason rushed for 100
Here
yards.
is what I think. I look at football like this. I think Coach might agree, maybe not. When Christian McCaffrey is out there, the defense, his #1 job is stopping him, and things are easier. When he's not,